What is up, everyone? It is Kevin here again, and in today's video I'm going to continue on with what I talked about last week with chords. And my goal today is to teach you and your students a few ways you could spice up these chords. Now last week I talked about two chord progressions, your 1, 5, 6, 4, your 1, 6, 4, 5, and of course the canon chord progression we're not going to use today. I also fully want to focus on the 1, 5, 6, 4, but you can use it for any chord progression. You also have your 6, 4, 1, 5, which is used like in Apologize by One Republic or Timberland. It's also been used in Poker Face by Lady Gaga, so on and so forth, Toto Africa, you can name it. Anyways, let's get to it. Last week I talked about the most basic way to play, just your 4 chord progression. It sounds really basic. And what I'm about to talk about today will transform your playing, whether you're playing somebody else's cover and you want to sing along to it, or if you want to create your own music. This turns it to the next level. And we gotta know 2 terms for this to work: blocked and broken chords. First of all, blocked chords. Blocked chords are when you play however many notes your chord has all at the same time. So for example, if I have a C chord, bang, there it is. Very basic C chord, G, A, F. Okay, not bad. But we want to change it to broken chords. And what broken chords are is that you, however many notes you have, you're going to break it up and not play it together. So for a C chord, I can do G, A, F, 1, 3, 5. Do you like that? You already have your first way of spicing up your chords. Take a listen to this. I'll play 2 different ways. First way, I'll of course play just the 4 chords, and I'll play broken afterwards. A small level up, but not quite there yet. It still sounds a little bit boring, which will bring me to the next one. I like to call that one the 1, 3, 5, 3, or the first, middle, last, middle. Now the reason I'm talking about it that way is because for these chord progressions, sometimes you do want to, like I explained in the last video, do some bit of inversions to make these chords sound a lot more interesting. Then there you have it. Your 1, 3, 5, 3, or your first, middle, last, middle really helps. Let's take a listen to the introduction of Adele, Someone Like You. I just did a little bit of extra at the end, don't mind that please. But you can do that same method for your own little chord progression. Let's say for 1, 5, 6, 4 again. So. You can hear that. It's a really similar kind of chord progression. Not chord progression, similar way you could do chords as Adele, right? Very cool. And of course, like I said, you do want to do a little bit of inversions for these, otherwise your chords are still going to be a little bit boring, and you know what I mean. Let's continue on to the next one, shall we? The next one requires a slight bit more skills because we'll be playing 2 notes together and then 1. And I like to call that the John Lennon Imagine kind of progression, commonly used of course in John Lennon's Imagine. You're going to play 1, 3, 5 again, or first, middle, last. But this time, you're going to play middle and last note first, 3 and 5 together first, and then your 1. So if I have a C chord, I'll play 3 and 5, which is E and G, and then C. More like this. Or if I do a little bit of version, pretty similar to this. something like this, right? And of course, if you ever watch The Office, you know they also do 3-5, 1, 3, 5, like. But of course, that requires a lot more skill, so I'm not going to talk about it in this video. Let me talk about one last way you could spice up your chords with your broken chords. Because of course there are a lot of other ways you could do that, and it's up to you to figure out. But I like to call that last, first, middle, first. So if I have a C chord, last, first, middle, first, of course 5, 1, 3, 1. Very, very popular chord progression, and very, very popular way you could spice up your chords again. Combine it together, you have something like this. Very, very, very beautiful. And I'll give you a sneak peek as well of what I'm doing currently. I'm writing my new song, and the chord progression actually starts off with this. Many, many ways you could do. Well, I have just showed you a couple ways you can spice up your chords, and you and your students may do it according to their levels. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again in the next one.